Hey, what's up, Internet? It's Paisley Computer here, and I just want to show off my Super Mario 3, the original cartridge from my childhood, one of my all-time favorite games. I'll carefully insert it into a very special Nintendo of mine, and we'll kick it off here, and... So what's a guy to do when his old cartridges don't work anymore? Well, quit playing old cartridges. Order from Fragile. And you too can be the owner of brand new Nintendo cartridges. Not only just new cartridges, but entirely new games. Yes, that's right. These indie developers are going bonkers these days, folks. This package has it all, and I mean everything. They've included a personal thank you letter, handwritten, a knockoff Nintendo Power called Pretendo Empower, which kind of has ads for other developers and other studios. There's an incredible instruction booklet, and we're not even into the box yet. The actual game cartridge itself, really quality, even has a nice seal on the back and everything. Comes in its own little dust case, and the box itself contains another manual which goes into even more detail about the game. It's just a really, really awesome bundle. Thoroughly impressed. So let's connect our controller here. Kudos if you can call out what controller I'm using down there in the comments based on the cable. But we're going to slide the cartridge in and check out this amazing new game. And bam, just like that, this bad boy boots up, no problems right from the get-go. It's a brand new game, so you would expect it to work. Dungeons and Doom Knights is magnificent. I highly recommend this game. The short review I can give it is, think of this as the version of Zelda 2 Link's Adventure that you always wanted. This is what we had in mind when we played that game. It is seamless going between the overhead isometric view to the 2D side-scroller view, and the physics and controls are tight within both views. The artwork and sprite animations are wonderful. I just cannot believe how detailed some of these little levels are for being just on an 8-bit system. The save system does make this game a bit more forgiving for being a Nintendo game, so it doesn't get the Nintendo Hard seal of approval. However, this game is absolutely incredible. Highly recommend. Now, what if you're just bound and determined to play those original carts? Well, you could boot it up, and once the cart starts bugging out, you can kind of knock them NES around a little bit. Hopefully it'll pull itself out. Sometimes that causes a catastrophic crash. Your other option is open cart surgery. Don't worry, you don't need a PhD to complete this. I'm going to walk you through all the steps. The first thing you're going to need is a game bit driver. Standard game bit driver. It's very easy to find. You'll find a link in the description. Next, you're going to need fiberglass scratch pens. I've got 3 of them here. Again, those are just fiberglass scratch pens. And what you're going to do is you're going to open up that cart. You're going to take off the 3 game screws on the back with the magic head that you bought. And keep in mind, these NES carts have tiny little clips in the corners. That's how you know it's an authentic cartridge. So you're going to want to lift closer to the actual PCB and lift away at an angle. You don't want to immediately rip these things up. Once you have the shell gone, you can go ahead and actually remove the PCB. Now, I recommend putting something underneath that PCB before you start scratching away at it. Basically, what we're doing is we are polishing the brass tabs on the bottom of the cartridge. After decades and decades of blowing on these cartridges, basically your spit starts to eat away at the brass. So no amount of alcohol or benzene is going to fix those tabs. You cannot clean those tabs with solvents. You have to physically polish the brass to ensure that the tabs are making a solid connection inside the Nintendo. A lot of games these days have a lot of corrosion on them. If you look at the paper towel in this shot, you can actually see the lines of where all the dirt and grime came off. You will see a noticeable difference in the brass. Now, when you reassemble the cartridge, just as we did before, remember those tabs. So go ahead and slide those tabs in first, and then press down the cartridge. I recommend only hand tightening the screws. This will avoid over tightening and snapping the posts inside the cartridge. Now that everything's back together, go ahead and slide that fresh cart back into your Nintendo, and let's give it a test.